So, fun fact, I actually just recorded this entire video in 60 frames per second. There is now going to be an entire slow-mo video of me doing this vlog. You're down for a 30-minute vlog where I say 2 minutes worth of content. Maybe that's your thing. Who knows? Tune in. I also learned another lesson. Always back up your footage. It's lesson number 1. Lesson number 2 is maybe don't use delete my Mac. I was cleaning up my computer because I had a ton of files that were taking up a ton of room. So I thought I'd use Clean My Mac because, hey, they have a YouTube ad. It's got to be legit, right? Such a mistake. So it deleted 6 weeks of footage off of my external drive. Oh, that was like 4 or 5 vlogs that I had filmed. It's alright though. You know what? It wasn't that big a deal. There was nothing released yet. Start over. I will not be deterred. So today's vlog, I wanted to talk about an addiction that I feel like some writers struggle with. And by some writers, I mean me. I am that writer. And that is an addiction to buying how-to write books, right? And you've seen like all these books. There's like the famous ones like Save the Cat or Story by Robert McKee. There's all kinds of books about how to create character arcs or how to write and analyze stories and how to edit stories and all these things. And I love those books. They are so fun to read for me. I really enjoy diving into the craft and getting into the nitty-gritty. But the problem is, I tend to use writing books as a reasonable excuse to not write. It's always a good reason at the time. I want to learn how to write compelling characters, like whip-smart dialogue, really good plot, and how to unlock the secrets of story for the 876th time. Be Stephen King's newest child, and all those reasons are fine, but those reasons really aren't the reason that I'm buying all these writing books. The reason I'm buying all these writing books is because I want to keep myself from actually writing my story for as long as possible. And the reason that is because the story I have in here is perfect. The story all of us have in here is perfect. Our characters are fully fleshed out and realized. Our plots are snappy and tight. There's not a wasted scene. And the reason all those things are true is because we haven't actually written any of those things yet, so how could, they're perfect in our mind. We haven't actually put our words to paper where they could be imperfect, where a scene could be kind of clunky, where a character could be kind of flat, where dialogue is gonna sound a little bit weird and not really true to life. And buying writing books has a time and a place. It's good to learn about those things. It's good to learn about them, but not at the expense of actually doing the thing you're supposed to be doing, which is writing the story. The simple thing is, for every minute I'm spending learning about how to write a story, I'm not actually writing a story. It's what author Steven Pressfield calls resistance. It's every little thing that I do that keeps me from actually doing the work. And that's why writing books is such a handy excuse, because who could fault you for wanting to learn? And for every time you sit down in a public place or a cafe or whatever, and you're opening up like Story by Robert McKee or something, like everyone's like, oh, that guy's obviously a writer. It's a way of kind of showing that you're a writer without, writing. There is a kind of homework that's vital for writers to do, and I'll get into that in a future vlog. But I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about homework. I'm not talking about prep. I'm talking about procrastination. And the key difference is that there is no book on scene writing that is going to teach me more than just writing scenes will. I've read enough that all that's left for me to do is just write that story, to write whatever it is I want to say. But that's scary because that also means there's a possibility I could fail. I could write a bad story. That the beautiful thing I've been planning in my mind for months or years is actually not as good as I would have hoped. And you have to take that chance. I have to take that chance. Because if I don't, it's never going to get written. And all I'm going to be is someone who knows a lot about how other people write their stories. And it's important to realize, as cliche as it is, like every writer on YouTube says this, but the key to learning how to write a story is just to write one. And not just write one, but to finish one. Writing a bad plot teaches you a little something about what a good plot is. Writing bad dialogue teaches you what good dialogue sounds like. Writing stiff, hackneyed prose teaches you what kind of prose you're really trying to write. It refines you as a writer. And if you're gonna write the novel that I've been wanting to write, if I'm gonna write the short stories I've been wanting to write, then what it comes down to is I need to put in the hours. I need to do the writing. I have to stop reading all these books. Now I still buy writing books, but now I buy them for the same reason you buy any book. To enjoy them. To learn a little more about the thing you love. What I don't do is I don't read them as an excuse to not write.